let me tell you about somebody. I'm just learning this on myself. Man, Wiki's begging for money. Everybody's begging for money. I've just been paying it to like businesses and stuff. I didn't even fight over this $12 of interest. I mean, at this point, everybody's hurting for money. So yeah, I was going to open with this very upbeat bit of verse, and I thought, let me look at this guy, this Dexter Holland, Brian Keith Dexter Holland, about my age, a little younger, American. The opening blurb on Wiki ends with the opening intro of him, his personhood. Holland attained a PhD in molecular biology. God, I just love that. It makes me want to meet the man, younger man. I guess he's not so young, probably. Who's young anymore? And it's like one of those David Byrne things. I would love to have lunch with David Byrne. I'd be like, take a charity. Tell me how much. Don't hurt me too badly. And then and of course I'm buying lunch. Let's have lunch. I'd almost do it now for this guy. And I'm only vaguely familiar with Offspring, the band Offspring. I like it. Like the music. But I was going to open this. John, really? Okay. Yeah, so this guy is now very interesting to me. I'm not going to go look and see who gets the credit for this on the cover. As I date myself, the sleeve. Let me give you an excerpt from one of the songs. When she's saying, oh, that she wants only me, then I wonder why she sleeps with my friends. When she's saying, oh, that I'm like a disease, then I wonder how much more I can spend. Well, I guess I should stick up for myself. But I really think it's better this way. The more you suffer, the more it shows you really care. Right? Yeah. Love those lyrics. Oh my goodness gracious me, oh my. Who's not ready? Kiss my eye. Kiss my eye. Butterfly kisses? Kiss my eye. It's not baby kisses, I can tell you that. And be grateful I didn't say kiss my thigh. Because if you sounded even remotely agreeable to it, then it'd be like, well, then kiss my inner thigh. And then, okay, let's move along. God, I'm such a disgusting animal. Well, of course, it also depends on who I'm saying that to, offering that to. I mean, Salma Hayek, sure. Jeffrey Dahmer, probably, were he still alive? Probably not. It's nice to know that broom handles have multiple uses. I'll just leave it at that. So, Dougie read voraciously. I mean, this boy would chew a novel in, I don't know. Hey, we're on your time. It's good government time. Good government job. We have free time. He could chew a novel in 2 days, certainly. Certainly. If we weren't busy. I remember the first time he gave me a pension at Kodiak. 20 minutes later, I looked up, I could hear the neon lights buzzing, and my pupils were probably the size of microdots. And I was like, I see why you dip. Yes, my introduction to stuff. He's probably hopefully, still off it after all these years, now that he's gotten me hooked. And when I get half of my jaw cut off, I'm going to take a picture of it, and I'm going to have my friend who's a real good computer guru geek make sure it goes in front of his eyes. Say, there, that's what you did to me, bastard. I love you, Doug. And I didn't confuse you with Jeff. Look at that. I was proud of myself with Jeff the other night, my wingman. I never confused him once with Doug. And we were having an emotional moment. It wasn't like, a lover's tryst emotional moment, but we were just, we were talking about the respective situations we find ourselves in our lives. So, yeah. So, Dougie, 2 days easy, and novel's gone. And he would come in and he would tell me about these dreams that he would have. And I'm thinking, throw a pen down. Remember, I'm my own Foley artist. Wait, that didn't really land. Let's try to get next to the speaker. That's like when you slam your piece down in Chinese chess. It makes a sound similar to that. This is how you express violence. You do it quietly. Yes. So anyway, Dougie would come in and tell me about these dreams. I'd be like, I guess so, man. What did I see you reading on the last couple of days? What was it? An octopus has 8 tentacles, was it? Why don't you? Or something like that. Oh, he loved his truly novels. Yeah, he comes in one morning and he's like, John, I had this dream. And there was these zombies. And I was having to, it was like they were in my yard. And I was having to use, one of them old time pump DDT. Oh, the youth that are listening to this now. Oh, you're going to have to go Google some shit. I was using one of them old time, like those DDT pump sprayers, insect repellents. Man, I shouldn't do this for you. I'm getting myself so jacked up, I'm getting dizzy. I do enjoy putting on a show, though, for you. I show you myself. And I had one of those moments. Let me try and take it down a notch. I can tell I'm getting kind of like, I'm getting too excited. Thank you, Mother. Oh, that drive. Deep breath. Just one of those moments though. He's telling me about this dream. He's having to spray away the zombies with old style pump insect repellent. And I said, come on, John, deliver this good. I looked up and I said, this young man's IQ, he was always 10 to 15 points above me easily. And I think he was condescending some. Love him. But I had a moment and he had to give it to me. Oh, it probably killed him. I looked at him and went, oh, so you were using Zombie Gone? Yes. One of the few, it's right up there with the Puffin first day cancellation that we fought over. We were commingling at what was it, Dougie? First day cover. Oh my golly, geeky stuff. First day covers of stamps or, that philately, okay? Yeah, big word. Haha. Sounds kind of dirty, doesn't it, though? Philately. I know, because it's close. Don't do it, John. Just move on. Okay, I will. Wait a minute. Or do I mean philatelia? Philately? Which one is the one where you're going down on a partner in a sexual act, and which one's the one where you have a love of stamps? Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's move along. Dang it. Yeah, I guess you do dreams. Woo! I got a couple of good ones on this one, but they're not gilt leaf. So, okay, yeah. Okay, so I grew up on Dell computers. Really, I did. With Windows operating systems. Okay. So I am no stranger, I guess, still to, booting up and sitting there for 15 minutes. I'm no stranger to that. Well, when I started to buy, when I got out of the government, and the Dells and some of the archaic systems, you think these payrolls, ADP and stuff, use archaics. Oh my goodness, when I say binary, some of this binary systems for data entry, just pull out the punch cards. Oh my golly. So, don't get lost. Go back to your crib, don't get lost. Oh, Apple products, thank you. Once I started my own business, left the government, started my own business myself, I sort of started to gravitate towards, over the years, Apple products. Now I'm an Apple enthusiast for the product, not for the business model, though it be effective as all get out. There's always room for hospitality, and I do not believe the Apple business model has room for that. There, it has been said. I hope the CEO hears about this, because I have just given you invaluable information. You should be PayPaling me for that. You want, as long as I'm on the subject, you want to talk about taking Apple to the next level. You should be PayPaling me for that. It's called hospitality. Coming from a small businessman, a sole proprietorship of 35 years. What do I know? I know I've never advertised Apple. I know I've never advertised beyond handing out a business card occasionally. And that was usually to clients who already knew I was coming. No sandwich boards, no beating the streets, no value packs, word of mouth. Because I was able to exhibit hospitality as I parted them from their money. There, feel free to PayPal me $5,000, you cheap bastards, but you won't, because you're as bad as the Swiss. However, your products work. To the point. And sometimes I like to try to feel better about myself by buying. What? You don't have that in product red? Well, I never. On the very rare occasions where I have powered up an Apple device, either a smartphone by looking at it, a MacBook by pressing the on button, on the very rare occasion where it didn't work, it's almost like I'm having a nightmare. Yeah, so props to you, Apple, for your products. I hope that the Chinese labor force that you're using isn't breathing in too much cyanide on a daily basis. For my convenience and her pleasure, okay? My mom named the cat Anncijo. For the giver, Anne, the lady who gave the cat, the kitten. Sin, for Cindy, my former wife's name. and J for J-O, because in Mama's mind, well, you already seen how twisted my mind is. In Mother's mind, the cat was given to her by Ann, Cindy, and John. So the cat's name was named Anncijo. I guess Anncijo, whatever. And Mother would put N. Mother started it, Cindy, with the Swiss Miss Instant Cocoa, okay? Because she would call the cat Anncijo. That was hard, okay? I don't exactly have a tenor voice or whatever the hell the high one is. Not exactly. Unless I'm getting kicked in the balls. Then I can see where I can escalate very quickly to, you know, angelic scream. Come on, that's funny. Laugh with me. That's funny. Angelic scream. Oh. What was that I heard a couple months ago? Yeah, women are like, oh, you don't know nothing. You've never been through childbirth. And we're like, yeah, well, we've been kicked in the balls, and we know we don't want that to happen again. So here you are on the table again. I don't know. Good point. Thank you. One for the men. Yes. So she named the cat Anncijo. Siamese cat. Was it all Siamese? I guess I want to say yeah, right down to the blue eyes. Female. And two things I remember, initial memories about that cat were, one, that kitten, that tiny ball, was one, my mother's sheer elation with it as it walked across the dining room table onto Mother's plate as Mother was eating. Mother's sheer delight. And two, the Labrador, yes, the full-size Labrador, pointing at Anncijo, soon to be named Anncijo, as I guess a good Labrador does, straight as a board, its nose to nose with the kitten. Full-size Labrador, nose to nose with the kitten. So when I say straight as a board, the board was slanted, and the tail was like way up in the air, okay? But the dog's back, his back was a straight board. As the cat cowered beneath the clothes, yes, my mother was frugal, the clothes drying rack. Those are my two earliest memories of that kitten. Needless to say, it wasn't long before the cat was telling the dog what to do. We all know how that works. The cat was running the house. The only time the dog stood up for himself was when she would get a little too close to his food bowl. There'd be a little growl that would come from him. And she'd be like, yeah, whatever, it's dry shit anyway, dude. I got the good stuff over here. I was just looking. I got the canned stuff over here. And it's up on the counter, bitch, where you can't jump to. Otherwise, that cat could be chewing through this big Labrador's tail. Just chewing through it like a mouse might the wiring in one of my cars. And as long as Mom was petting that dog's head, everything, heck, I think Anncijo would be at sometimes swinging back and forth with her mouth, you know, firmly entrenched in the dog's tail. Oh, nasty little cat, Siamese and loyal to one. As it should be to Mother. But when it was thundering and lightning, Who did the cat come to? That's right. Otherwise, she was hell on 4 wheels, okay? She was hell on 4 feet. But when it was thundering and lightning, whose lap did she demand to get up into and curl up and make herself as small as possible and expect my arms to go over top of her? Who might that be? Well, I just said it was me, but pretend I didn't. So who might that be? Yeah, it'd be me. Anncijo. She passed away a few years ago down with Cindy in Florida, which I was happy about too, because as the cat aged, you know, come on. I think the cat aged like 17 or 18. And that's the story of Anncijo. I hope you liked it.